Your father's absence is not an excuse. Most men won't talk about this. Because it's too real. Too raw. Too close to the pain they carry in silence. But if you're a man who grew up without a father, or with a weak, broken one, this is for you. And it's going to hurt. But truth often does. Let's begin with the lie. The lie is that because your father wasn't there, you're doomed. That you're forever damaged. That you're a victim of his absence. And sure, his absence left a scar. Maybe he was never home. Maybe he walked out. Maybe he died. Or maybe worse, he stayed, but never showed up emotionally. Never led. Never protected. Never taught you how to be a man. So now you're left holding a weight that wasn't yours to carry. The boy inside you still wonders, why didn't he choose me? And that wound runs deep. It shows up in your anger, in your addictions, in your fear of failure, or your fear of becoming him. But hear this clearly. His absence may explain your pain, but it will never justify your stagnation. Because at some point, you have to choose. Keep bleeding from a wound you didn't cause, or become the man who he never was. And that choice? That's on you. You don't get to use your father's failure as your excuse. You don't get to blame him every time you fall short. You don't get to say, I never learned how to be a man, and then refuse to learn. Life doesn't care about your story. The world will not lower its standards for your trauma. You either rise or you rot. This is your wake-up call. You have every right to feel the pain, but you don't have the right to stay weak because of it. The world is full of men who grew up without guidance, but built themselves from the ground up. They studied. They suffered. They went to war with themselves. They hunted wisdom in books, mentors, experience. They took the broken foundation and rebuilt, stronger, straighter, unshakable. Because here's the truth. A father is a blueprint, not a destiny. If yours was torn, missing, or toxic, then you get to draw your own. You get to become the man you needed. Not just for yourself, but for the next generation. For your future son, your tribe, your mission. What does that look like? It looks like taking ownership of everything your father failed to teach you. No one taught you discipline? Good. Teach yourself. Wake up early. Set rules. Hold your own line. No one taught you how to manage your emotions? Learn it. Stop lashing out. Stop hiding behind rage or silence. Face your demons. No one taught you how to lead? Step up. Start by leading yourself, with clarity, conviction, and consistency. You were abandoned? Then become the one man who never abandons his own. Because every time you choose discipline over distraction, purpose over pity, growth over blame, you're writing a new legacy. You're ending the cycle. And that is powerful. Stop mourning the father you didn't have. Start becoming the man you were meant to be. Because here's the harsh truth no one wants to say. The world doesn't need another man who blames. It needs a man who builds. Not a man who waits to be rescued, but one who rescues himself, and then lifts others. You think your story disqualifies you? It's the very thing that qualifies you. Because you've seen darkness most men haven't. You've lived with a void in your chest, and you're still standing. But surviving isn't enough anymore. It's time to rise. Your father's absence is not a curse. It's your catalyst. It's the reason you're hungry. It's the reason you don't settle. It's the reason you look in the mirror and say, it ends with me. You don't get to repeat the cycle. You don't get to hand down the same wounds. You don't get to run from responsibility and call it fate. You are the new patriarch. You are the new standard. You are the man now, not the boy waiting for someone to save him. So build the body. Sharpen the mind. Forge the soul. Live with discipline. Lead with purpose. Love with strength. And if you ever doubt yourself, remember this. You were forged in fire. You were born in the absence of softness. And what the world calls broken, is actually your greatest edge. You were made to walk alone, so that when you lead with unshakable gravity. Your father's absence didn't ruin you. It revealed you. Now rise, and become the man he never could.